Right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all and welcome to our session specifically for an opening night for our executive training program. As usual, what we do is that for every of our programs before the commencement, okay, Mike, are we recording? For every of our programs before we kickstart the program in terms of tuition or training, we usually begin what we call an opening night. And the aim of the opening night is to ensure that all our prospective students or participants in the specific program are in a way welcomed or immersed into the program with a clear understanding of what we are going into and ability to be able to interact with our key facilitators to better understand the key aspect of the training, and then also if there be any questions, we could be able to address them before the start of the program. So as is the case, let me introduce myself. My name is Sigmund. You can call me Ellie if it's fine with you. And I'm your moderator for the night. And as is the case, we've been running this training program for a while now. Specifically, we started with the financial modeling for accountants, which is our key flagship program for training in terms of advanced Excel for accountants. We've been running that for some time now. And the aim of that program is to sharpen the skills of all prospective participants to be able to use advanced Excel skills exactly to be able to perform certain reporting in terms of data analytics, data manipulation, and be able to actually automate, prepare templates which clearly are automated, and able to put together some reporting templates that are key exactly when it comes to the work of an accountant. So basically, that is the key one. The first one is the financial modeling for accountants, which is our first training program that we rolled out. And the expectation is that tomorrow we are kicking off that training in the morning, and it's the first of the session. Normally we start at 7:30 for the financial modeling. And the second training will be in the day, late in the day, late after, I think after lunch, which is the trainee audit associate course. And it's the first time we are running this course. We have thought through carefully the need to equip our prospective accountants and also fully chartered accountants on the need to have relevant skills to conduct an audit. And basically, that is the aim of that training program. And we are running that on a software called PICAS, which is the software that most audit firms are using in Ghana specifically. And we are aiming to ensure that most of our participants, or all, if not all our participants, are able to be given the needed skill to be able to use this particular software in conduct of an audit together. And then also the last training, which will happen on Sunday, is the practical proficiency, exactly training for accountants in order to be able to use relevant softwares, mostly the usual ERP softwares that are able to prepare financial statements. Exactly, that's the aim of that training. And the focus is not to use a particular software. The focus is to be able to give you that hands-on skills to be able to use an accounting software, regardless of the provider of the solution or provider of the program or software. The aim of this training is to give you that rounded skills to be able to use any accounting package together from beginning to the end, exactly setting up your various accounts to the process of preparation as well as generation of reports together. So that particular training is actually going to be a hands-on training to get you to be acquainted with the use of an accounting package, which clearly can be enable you to use any accounting package to prepare financial statement if you are able to go through this particular model. Are we clear? So these are the three, I will call it buffet of programs that we have put together. We have you in mind, and the aim is to ensure that your professional competence is enhanced by the end of this training program, so that you can be a value-driven professional and be able to add value to the specific organization that you find yourself, be it in practice or in business. Are we clear? So that's the whole essence of these particular training programs. And I know most of our students who have been through the training program, especially for financial modeling, will attest to you in terms of the level of quality of delivery of this particular program. The delivery of our programs are all online, as is always the case for our executive training. Videos of every session is made available after the training on our mobile app, so that students can have it for playbacks to be able to follow through if they have any challenges in trying to recap some of the key things that were already done in the session. Are we clear? So that is the aim of this particular program. So we allow you to have access to this training or videos in the app all throughout, so that, because the challenge sometimes is that having gone through the training, some people have the need to usually go back and revise. Exactly, because this training is mostly practical. So you may have a business situation or a critical scenario that may require a need to go back, pick up some of the videos in order to be able to appreciate the issues. And clearly, that is the reason why we have the video available to you beyond the program, so that you can always play back and have them anytime you want via our mobile application. So to re-emphasize our program, as I said, there are 3 specific programs, all directed to achieve different objectives. The financial modeling, as I said, is advanced Excel training, but with the aim of enhancing the skill of a potential accountant or an accountant already. And the aim is that, your skill in terms of modeling, using Excel to perform certain key modeling, data analysis, being able to automate a template to prepare reports for management using Excel, that is the key direction of that particular training. And every accountant needs it, whether you are in private practice or public practice, whether you are in public sector, that is the basic of all the trainings. You as an accountant, that is your first aim in terms of your soft skills. The use of Excel in modeling is the basic that you should never discount or not be able to have. You must have it. That one, I can tell you, is the default when it comes to our work as accountants. Beyond that, as I said, we have the practical proficiency for those who are in business, that is those who are working as part of a company's management, and you must use an accounting package to manage the company's financial statement. So you are going to have the practical accounting proficiency course if you are an accountant in business. But if you are in practice, where you are an auditor, or you are an audit firm, or you aim to work in an audit firm, or you have future prospect of having to practice on your own, maybe as a sole practitioner, or having to desire to work as an auditor, the trainee audit associate course is what is recommended for you. And there we are going to take you through the rudiment of conduct of an audit of a historical financial statement. And as I said, the main software there is the PICAS. The software is called PICAS, and that software is used by most audit firms in Ghana. It is highly recommended by the Institute of Chartered Accountants for most firms in Ghana. Are we clear? So that is it. These are the packages we have. We have our facilitators on call. I'll be inviting some of them to interact with you at the right time if we have that running. Mike, I hope you are fine. Hello, Mike.
Hello, we are fine.
You are fine, right? So I think maybe I have to quickly invite yourself because when it comes to the
Ellie,
financial,
can you say that again?
I said I'm going to invite you. You are the key facilitator for our modeling program, and I want you to share with our prospective participants what they should expect when it comes to financial modeling for accountants. Can you share with them? Hello, Mike.
Can you hear me?
I think it's better now.
Well, I don't know why, but
your video, right? I think you are there now. If you can color your background so that
I think my camera is misbehaving. I don't know why.
I
It's
think
supposed.
without your face, we are fine. Just talk. Exactly. Talk and then deal with that later.
Okay. All right. So good evening, colleagues. As Ellie said, I usually facilitate the financial modeling for accountants, and my approach has usually been getting a practical, hands-on process of having everything done. So usually I will expect that everyone watches the previous videos for the various sessions, so that once we get on the various calls, we can move quickly and do more practical work, and then we bring our challenges on board and we have them solved. Because over the last years, we realized that practicality is actually what pushes the team, because some of us may even know the theories, but when you ask the person, okay, Ellie will say, yeah, then it becomes a problem. So we'll concentrate on the Yamami so that you can actually have your way around using Excel to do so many things, automating so many tasks that you may currently be running manually. And then, yes, so basically that's what we'll be doing throughout the session. Thank you very much, Ellie.
Thank you, Mike. We also have Emmanuel also on call. Emmanuel actually is one of our lead facilitators for the program, and Emmanuel will be helping us with the practical accounting proficiency course. He's also a chartered accountant. And is Emmanuel there? Emma?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you loud and clear. So Emma, what should our participants expect from you?
Okay, basically, this session is to bridge the gap between theory and practice, right? So we all know that technology has been key when it comes to any profession, medical, engineering, accounting specifically, right? So as an accountant, it's not just okay for you to know the theory. You have to know how to use the tools. And one of the key tools for accountants is the ERP, or we call it enterprise resource planning. So there are various ERPs, but for Aspire, we think one of the best and easiest ERP that can give you the experience and even the knowledge to be able to use any ERP at all that you may encounter, along your work or whatever requirement that may be. So we decided to, take you through this process of understanding the process of setting up ERP, using it, and even putting controls around the ERP to ensure that your accounting practice becomes easy and devoid of any form of mistakes, or misrepresentation, right? So basically, this session, that's what it's going to do, to equip you with the technology, the skills, and then the application of the theory. So how ERPs, work, right? How do they apply the theories or the standards, right? And then for me as an accountant, you have to have this in your toolbox, right? So even if it's not your formal company, as an accountant, you can have your side things to do. Someone comes to you, can you help me with financial statement? within few hours, you should be able to produce that by the help of technology, which is the ERP. So it's going to be insightful, it's going to be practical, and I promise you, you really enjoy it. Right? So thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for that. So Emmanuel is one of our facilitators he will be facilitating the practical accounting proficiency program. Very, very important for those of you intending to bring that theory into practice, all the IFRS you have been learning, all the key things you've been doing when it comes to financial reporting and corporate reporting. How do we now use technology to close that gap? How do we bring that practicality to bear on the use of or the knowledge we have been obtaining exactly from our tuition program to now deliver value to a company where we can use an accounting package exactly to prepare a financial statement? As I said, the emphasis for our accounting solution or accounting proficiency course is not to do a specific training for a specific accounting package. No. Because if you are able to go through this training, you can boldly use any accounting package that you can encounter, be it Tally, be it Sage, whatever. You can use any of those solutions without any hesitation once you are able to go through this training, because all of them is the same logic. The logic in understanding or the use of any of those accounting packages are the same. Once you are able to understand how those systems work, regardless of the institution you find yourself, if the company is using Tally, if they are using Sage, no matter the solution that you found within that company, you can easily fit in. Exactly. Once you are able to go through the practical accounting proficiency course. Are we clear? Then, as I said, we have the trainee audit associate course. In actual sense, that particular program exactly is being run in partnership with a reputable audit firm, a Class A audit firm. Okay. And I'm really privileged to announce this to our students for the first time, that this particular training is done in partnership with Dion Nord International. Dion and Nord International, which is a Class A audit firm. And this training will be led by Dr. Christopher Soko. I don't know whether you are. Mike, is my screen live for all students or for possible applicants?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see, right? That's fine. So Dr. Christopher Soko will be leading that particular training. Exactly. Chris is a very good friend, a very experienced auditor, having worked with multinational audit firms, and went into his own practice and came up with Dion Nord International, an audit firm with global presence, not just in Ghana, all across Africa. This Ghanaian audit firm has moved beyond the shores of Ghana and can be found in other African countries. Exactly. And it's a Class A firm. So you should be fine. Doctor is also a board member. I don't want to go too much into that, of the Public Interest and Accountability, what do you call it, board. Exactly. But as I said, he is a member of ICA, member of the Liberian Institute of Chartered Accountant, that's LIPSA, that's the Liberian Public Accountant body. He's also a member of the Institute of Internal Auditors. If you are with me on his profile, are we together? And you can all see his qualifications. He's a member of ICA, as I've seen there, so many qualifications to prove his proficiency when it comes to training on auditing in terms of how to use the key software which we spoke about, PICAS, in conducting an audit of a historical financial statement. So the audit trainee associate program is not done to just give you some training without practicality. No. We have intentionally partnered with a Class A audit firm, so that at the end of the day, the training will be practical. the training will be delivered in a manner to ensure that you get yourself well trained. And it will be certified, as I said. And for those who may want attachments subsequently after the training, we are going to organize that for you. Exactly. But the only condition is that you'll be subjecting yourself to a test before we give you that attachment, because we want people who are very serious before we can allow you into that type of arrangement. So that is the deal for our trainee associate program. As I said, we are doing it with an audit firm in partnership with Dion and Noyd International. As I said, they are a big audit firm, class A, as I said, and clearly the training will be led by Dr. Christopher Soko. Exactly, all throughout. He will be leading that with his, I think we have an audit manager also who will be supporting him. Yesterday, we had a discussion on that. So yes, it's going to be a training made up of not just he himself and his other managers, audit managers, who are also going to help to make it practical from both the technical perspective in terms of understanding the international standards for auditing, and then also understanding the use of the software that is PICAS in conducting the audit of a historical financial statement. So the two end-to-end knowledge is what we are going to give to you when you go through the trainee audit associate program. Are we clear? So basically, that is it. If you want to read about Dion and Noyd, you can search on them. They are a large, as I said, audit firm, class A, and that should tell you the credibility of this particular firm led by Dr. Chris. Are we clear? So basically, the introduction has been done. I think we can now go back. So Mike, if you can share the screen of the various programs so that I can maybe now allow for questions and interactions with our students, if that is fine with you. Right. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat box. We are actually having a webinar. So if you can put your questions, your suggestions, or any issues that you have in the...
Those on the webinar can raise their hands and we can allow.
And those on the webinar, that will be fine. We can make it easier for us by raising up your hands, and then we can allow you to unmute yourself, and then we can take it up from there. So I think some hands are up. If that is the case, let's pick them up. So we have Prince. Prince, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, Prince.
Hello, sir. Yes, please. Sir, please. Some of us, especially me, I've not been able to register as of now. I filled the form, but I have not received the feedback.
Okay. So we are actually putting all finishing touches to make sure that. So have you done the payment, or you are just now doing the payment?
I want to do the payment, but I have not been able to do that.
Are you doing it through the app, or you are taking the payment plan arrangement?
Yes, I wanted to do through the app, but the app is not. So if there's any other means.
So the technical team is available now. I think if you can send me a hi on WhatsApp after the meeting, we can quickly get the technical team to support. Okay.
Okay,
so
sir.
I'll give you my number, but my number is the number on the flyer, 0555213559. If you can WhatsApp me immediately after the program, I can get the technical team to assist you. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay.
Okay, sir. Please, last question. I want to know, since it's look at the three programs are interrelated, and want to know if there is a discount package for those who want to do other things.
So those who want to do the three programs all together, or two, actually, you can have a discount. So we are looking at, if you are doing two, we are giving you 10%. If you are doing all three, we give you 20%, if it's fine with you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So I think that should be fine. So Mike, if you are hearing me, if you can effect that for me in the app, so that we can quickly have that discount. Is it possible to do that immediately, Mike?
I'll do my best, sir.
But if it's not achievable in the app, we can run it through the other.
I think for now, those who want to do the 3 and 2 should just do it through the form. Let's do the manual one while I try to implement the discount policy in the app.
Yeah, so I think you can use the Momo payment and then later we are activating the app. It should not be a problem at all. The most important thing is to start the training program tomorrow. So if you have interest in starting and you want to take advantage of the discount, why not? We can do that. And we have also given our students a payment plan where those who
I think you've just caused wahala. I see God's way, Gavin. I remember seeing him register for 2MP. I'm sure the reason why he's raising his hand is to come and ask you for a refund. Or God's way.
It's God's
good
way.
evening, sir.
But God's way know that. God's way
I will not ask for a refund.
When I extracted the list, I saw his name and he had actually registered for 2 subjects.
But God's way knows that whenever you send a call to the chief palace, you don't take it back.
Yes. I will not go there.
It's interesting.
Please, I want to find out.
Okay.
Will you issue certificates for these various programs?
There'll be certificate. We are actually trying to achieve an electronic certificate, but for now we are doing the manual one where the one that most people like, the one that they want to show on social media. But we actually deciding to work on an electronic certificate where it could be linked to your LinkedIn account on your professional page where it can be verifiable. If that works,
okay,
we are able to achieve that. So it's automatic. Once you go to your LinkedIn account, it's verifiable. It shows that you already have a training and the certificate has been issued to you. So it's attached. It's an electronic certificate. It will be attached to your electronic profile on LinkedIn so that anybody who checks your profile know you went through that particular training. Yeah, but for now, as I said, we are still going with the manual one, which we are aiming
the manual one, okay.
Yeah, but with time, we'll be able to get the electronic one so that it makes it easy so that we don't waste effort. Okay, right.
Okay, so thank you very much, Eli.
Thank you, my brother. I've seen some other hands up. We have Emmanuel, right, at Timbire.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Emmanuel.
Yes, mine is, I want to find out, well, I run my own business.
Okay.
And then alongside, I am a public servant.
Okay.
So but I'm having a challenge in choosing between the financial modeling and then the accounting, the profession, the practical accounting.
Okay.
So what is your advice, sir?
So you say you are running your own business, right? So
yes, please.
So the question I'm going to ask you is that, do you prepare the accounts yourself?
Well, for now, yes, I prepare the account, but locally. It's not.
Okay. So do you use an accounting software or you just do your Excel to put something together?
Yeah, some Excel to put something together.
Okay. Then the next question is, how is your own Excel skills? Is it basic or advanced?
Well, basic.
So maybe I wish you can start with the financial modeling so that aspect will be sorted out. Are we together?
Okay.
Then if after or subsequently, then you do the software training. Are we together? Because at least the modeling should be basic. Are you with me? So that whatever it is, you can be able to do the manual accounting. Is that clear? Then subsequently, once you are fine with that, then we can add on the accounting software package. Are we clear? And as a way of informing you, we as an entity, we provide third-party support where we could give you an accounting software, is that clear, to use to run your business for you and pay a fee for that. So if you don't want to buy an accounting software, which is very expensive, we can provide that to you using the software we are using for the training, so that before you even get to the point of training, you are already familiar in using our software, exactly, to run your business, which will be cheaper than going for a full-blown package. So after the session, let's have a more discussion on it so that I'll let you appreciate the aspect. So for now, go for the financial modeling, which is quite simple and straightforward, so that at least your basic reporting and summary and those things, you can get it right. Then beyond that, we can do the software training. Is that fair? Right. Right. So thank you, Emmanuel, for your question. I think there are other hands up. Let's go for Maxwell. Max.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Who is talking?
This is Maxwell.
Okay, Maxwell.
Yeah, I have some few questions. The first question is, how are you going to join the program? Is it through Zoom as you used to do through our emails? Because I learned you've created WhatsApp platforms for this program.
So
but I've not been added to the WhatsApp platform, so I don't know.
So what we'll do is that immediately after this session, we'll sort all those things out, get you to be added to the page. But for tomorrow's training, we will not share the link through your mail. It will be a normal, the usual link that will be dropped on the WhatsApp page. It will be the subsequent meetings that will go in for the arrangement where the link will be sent to your mail specifically so that we have some control over who joins and who is able to participate. So for now, we'll put it on the WhatsApp platform. So quickly after the session, try as much as possible so that we can quickly add you to the WhatsApp page, okay? We are actually doing that now. So we hope that between now to about 10 p.m., we should be able to address all those challenges so that everybody who have registered and gone through the process is on the WhatsApp page so that relevant materials and documents will be shared before the start of the program tomorrow. Is that fair? Right.
Okay. Then the second issue is what are the materials do we need? Specifically, I registered for the financial.
It's a good question you are asking.
Modeling and the practical accounting proficiency, which you said requires a software. Are we supposed to get a software to install some things or?
Very good. So let me just take it up. Let's not waste time. So for the programs, you need a laptop, a good laptop that can help you to be able to go through the training because it's a soft skills program. You need a laptop. Then for those going through the financial modeling, you will surely need an Excel package. Make sure you have a Microsoft Excel package on your laptop so that you can be able to go through the financial modeling. When it comes to the proficiency training program, the good thing is that for the accounting proficiency, the software is hosted on our website. I don't know whether you can see my screen. So we have it on this website. It's called sigmundacademy.com. It's actually where the software for the practical accounting proficiency is hosted. So our software is hosted online, exactly, which you are going to use for the training, the practical accounting proficiency course. So this is where you actually be getting the software. It's called sigmundacademy.com. That's where the software is being hosted. So once you are registered, you'll be able to go through that process. For those who are doing the audit, the training audit, you are also going to be helped with the software. We are going to install the PCAS for you. But tomorrow's sessions or this weekend section is actually the introduction. So when you are in the meeting, all the issues of softwares, materials will be dealt with. Are you with me? For now, just make sure that you have a good laptop. Are we together to join the session tomorrow? If it's fine. So Max, I hope you are clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Stable internet.
Yeah, a very good internet too. Mike, thank you for that reminder. A very, very good internet also is needed. Okay. So Godwin, any question?
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Godwin.
Yes. So, actually, I just logged in and then.
I know. Some of you are just joining the meeting. So I know we'll do a quick roundup in the next 10 minutes. So maybe let's take the last few questions and then we'll do a quick.
I think there are some questions in the chat box. Let me just read them out.
Okay, let's do that one quickly.
So,
please, can I ask my question?
So yes, madam, you can go ahead.
Okay, please, I'm Pamela.
Pamela,
I recently completed the CA exam, and I want to know, I registered for the practical accounting proficiency. I want to know if that would be good for me, or I'll have to start with the audit training.
Okay, so where do you work now, or you are not employed?
I'm not practicing. That's the problem. So I want to do something that will help me get.
Yeah. So if your aim is to work exactly with any organization as a finance officer or a finance manager, exactly, then the practical accounting proficiency is what you need. That we together. So you all know that we have two types of accountant. Accountant in business, exactly, where you are the one who is part of management and providing value-added information for decision making. So you are an accountant in business. So for that, I'll recommend the practical accounting proficiency for you. But if your aim is to work with an audit firm in future, exactly, be it the Big Four or any of the local firms, but maybe A-rated, then you should go for the trainee audit associate program. Are we clear? So for now, I know once you are searching for job, the options are open. Is that not it? So you may not know. Maybe you may work with an audit firm because the prospects are there, or you may work with a company where you are part of the finance team, where in future you may be leading that team. So basically, the two options. Are we together? The two options are.
Thank you.
Right. So the two options are. So you can go for the proficiency, the accounting proficiency for now. Maybe subsequently we can do the trainee audit associate also, so that you have the two sides. You may not know which of them that the opportunity may come. Are we clear? So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pami. So we can take the questions in the chat. Mike, if you can do that.
How beneficial is this program to staff of audit service?
Yes. So for staff of audit service, I will recommend the trainee audit associate course for staffs of the audit service, because yes, you are very, very much trainees, or what do you call it, auditors of the public sector financial statement. Is that not it? Mostly your job is to audit the public sector. So I think your main focus is the audit of public sector, exactly, financial statement. But this training will also expose you to audit of a private entity, a private or a company, exactly, the private company audit software. That's the PICA. So the name of the software is called Private Company Audit Software. So you are also going to be trained on how to use a software to audit a private company. Because if you are working with the audit service, your exposure is basically the public sector audit. Are we together? How to audit an entity which is using the IPSAS and other accounting basis, exactly. But if you are going for this training, your aim is to know how to audit an entity who prepares a financial statement using the IFRS, exactly. So that's what we call it, the PICA. So the private company accounting software, auditing software, the private company audit software, which is called the PICA. So that's the software that will be used to train you on how to conduct the audit. Are we together? So if you are in the audit service, it's good to go for this so that you have that exposure, because you may not know where you found yourself in future. Are we clear? Right. So Mike, any other?
With the audit training, will the certificate be issued in the name of the firm or ASPA?
It will be a jointly signed certificate. So we have been able to have that discussion with, as I said, we have had discussions with. So for those who are joining, our training specifically for the auditing will be in partnership with an audit firm, a Class A audit firm, that is Dion and Noyd International. Actually, their website is what is on the board now. They have received a lot of awards, Global Excellence Award. Are we together? They were an audit firm established locally, but has now moved across Africa. And as I told you, the training will be led by Dr. Chris Soko, who is the founding partner of this firm. I actually made that clear already to the team. So for those who are joining us now, that is it. So Dr. Chris Soko, as I said, will be the one leading the the training for the training audit associate program. So please take note of that. And the certificate to be issued by the two entities, that is Aspire as well as Dion and Noid International. Are we clear? And it will make you easily available for recruitment, is that clear, in any audit firm, because you have already overcome the main challenge, which is how do you use the software to conduct an audit. And it's a key skill that will make you easily available, employable by any audit firm once they are aware that you have gone through the main thing, which is to know how to use the audit software in conducting an audit. And as I earlier said, we have opportunities for attachments with some audit firms, and the doctor has agreed to provide some attachment for colleagues after the training, but that will be based on having passed a test. Exactly. Normally, we conduct a test before that admission will be done. And as I've agreed with him, the opportunity is there to have some hands-on practical training, even after the online training program. So that is clear. So if you are fine, I'm sure the audit training one, I think we are fine. For those who are doing the accounting proficiency, as I said, we have a software hosted on our alternative website, which is sigmonacademy.com. That is where the accounting software is hosted. So that is the software we are using to run the practical proficiency or accounting proficiency course. So please, those are the two arrangements, exactly. And then financial modeling, for that one, you don't need a software. All you need is Excel. Once you have your Excel, you are good to go, exactly. And as Mike has said, a good internet, it should be fine. Okay, so Mike, let's take the other questions, if any.
How different is the financial modeling program with the data analytics course? The
So
data
Mike, you can respond to that.
The financial modeling program we are doing, we are looking at it in terms of accountants. So being able to model Excel to be able to provide your financial statements for you, or things you need as an accountant. Data analytics is more of a data science stuff, mostly statistics driven. So it's a different program, or it's a different program from the financial modeling we are teaching here.
Okay, that's right. Any other questions, Mike?
What is the discount again?
Assembly. So for the discount, 2 programs, we said 10%, 3 programs, 20%. So that's the discount. So if you don't want to stress yourself, just do it as a Momo payment, and then we do the registration in the apps later so that we can be able to make progress, okay? Because Mike has to actually reconfigure the payment model in the app to allow for the discount. So you can do it via Momo so that subsequently we can give you access in the app. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay. So I think, Mike, what about our YouTube audience? Do we have some audience on YouTube?
Quick one. Let me just check quickly.
I'm sure your mind has left YouTube, eh?
There is a hand raised there. I'm trying to get the person.
Okay, so you start putting the YouTube questions together. So those who are watching us live on YouTube, because we are using a multiple media platform to reach out. So we are live on Zoom as well as live on YouTube. So those on YouTube, you can put up your questions on the YouTube Q&A chat session so that we can pick it up over there. For those of you on Zoom,
we have Dion and Noid International joined. So
okay, so Dion and Noid, we can if you can actually allow and make him a co-host. I'm sure Doctor has joined us. If you can make him a co-host so that Doctor can actually speak to our audience. Is that fine? Mike, have you done that?
Yes, I've done that.
So is he a co-host now?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So is Doc live?
Yes, I'm right here. Mr. Yovuga, I'm right here.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah.
So, right. I'm really excited to have you. So the floor is yours now.
Francis is also trying to join. I don't know whether we can give him access.
So if he can raise up his hand so that we can.
A name, Francis
Togbo.
Francis. Okay, I think I've seen him now. So Mike, have you seen him?
Yes, I've seen him.
So you can promote him as a panelist so that we can have him also there.
I've done that.
Okay, so Doc, you can take over if you can speak to us.
Yes. All right. So thank you very much, Sigmund. Please, can you all hear me? I want to be sure.
Yes.
You are loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So basically, as Sigmund shared, DNI and ASPA are doing this training. And the idea is to bring all our strengths together so we can serve everyone well and have value for money service. And so we have been in the audit field for some time now. DNI will be 15 years next year. And by way of introduction, I had my training at KPMG and decided to form DNI, especially to meet some of these exactly needs that we are discussing here. It was difficult for one to have this kind of training if you have not actually joined the audit firms, you know. So, and you know, interestingly, anytime there's an opportunity, even at the audit firms, they would ask you whether you have prior experience. Yeah. And if you do not have it, and now that competition is very keen, you know, you are excluded. So I believe that this would bridge that gap that has existed all these years. You know, as I speak with you, DNI is even in the process of recruiting some people, and those who stated in their CVs that they've had some experience in using some of the audit softwares and have appreciation of the audit process and all that, we are skewed towards them, you know, because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So it's a great opportunity for all of us. Audit firms are struggling to get the right people. So this will definitely be an answered, you know, kind of prayer for the audit firms, all the audit firms, including the big four, you know, because the way audit applications work, the applications may be different. You may have pickers, somebody may be using caseware, somebody may be using something else, but the principles are the same, you know. So I want to just add my voice to that of Sigmund to say that please, let's spread the news, let's embrace it, let's take it seriously, because it's certainly going to make the difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc, for your word. So is Francis also there? Francis, do you want to share a word? Hello, Francis.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Francis is also an audit manager at DNI, and we had a very good interaction yesterday. So Francis, what should our participants expect for our training starting tomorrow?
Okay, good evening to everyone. As Doctor said, and Mr. Ibuka also said, I'm a manager at DNI, and I'll be supporting the team with the training. So for participants who will be joining, one thing they should expect is, one is to understand what the audit process is, how to initiate the audit, the various processes you go, the kind of testing and rates that you'll be looking at before the final audit report will come out, which is usually your opinion side of the audit. Then a lot of expectations should be geared towards the use of the audit software, which in this case we're using the PICAS, the private company audit systems. So that's the main audit tool we're looking at. So yes, they should expect how to use it. It will tell them how to generate a risk assessment, preliminary, supplementary, and also the the test of details and all these, the test of control. So yes, with this, they'll be able to understand why we need to carry out all these audit tests and why they are being carried out and how the opinion is going to be issued.
Right. Thank you, Francis, for the insight. And so we were actually having a Q&A session before you joined in, and I did a very lovely introduction. And this one, I'm very happy Doc has come in to make it really an exciting opportunity. So Doc, thank you for coming in. So we can now continue with the Q&A session, so that if there may be any specific questions targeting the trainee audit associate, I'm sure you'll be willing to respond to that. There was a question that somebody asked, Doc, if I can share that with you. And the person was saying that he works with the audit service. Okay, he currently works with the audit service. And how relevant is this training for somebody who is already working in the audit service? Doc, if you can respond to that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sigmund. So the person who asked the question, what software are they using at the Ghana Audit Service right now? Currently, what software are they using?
Okay, it was a message, it was a chat message, so we may not be able to take up a follow-up question.
Yeah, it would have been good for.
I'll try and get the person. I think 1 second.
So what I actually said was that
the person actually typed it anonymously, so I can't get the person.
Okay, all right, no problem. No problem. I think I can help the person. So, number one, if this person, if they are having any application at the audit service that they are using, then this comes as an add-on. All right. I tell people that knowledge is like a baobab tree. You can't say that you know it all alone. You can't say that you are done. Okay. Remember, today you are Ghana Audit Service. Tomorrow you may even want to go into practice, private practice.
Yeah.
That is where you remember that, you know, you already have created that environment, you know, so you can practice. Okay. The way life is, you cannot say you are going to be at Ghana Audit Service forever. You know, as you are aging, as plans are changing, you know, your strategies will also be changing. That is what I would tell this person who posted a question. Yes. It is so relevant. You know, this is PICAS is private company audit systems. So what Ghana Audit Service will be doing will be public, okay? It is not private. So it is a huge addition to what you're already doing. So that in this case, you are, you know, two-edged, you know, sword, kind of. When it comes to public audit, you are good. When it comes to private audit, you are good. Yeah. So it's not the same at all. It's entirely different. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc, for that intervention. So, Mike, if you can get us some more questions on the Q&A.
Okay, so I'm looking for the ones on YouTube. Sir, please, I am yet to make payments. Can I join the opening day and make payment on Monday?
So if you have any of those arrangements, I think it will be prudent. You can chat me directly on WhatsApp. Yes, we have a payment plan for persons who may want to make part payment, join, and then make payment at the end of the period or whatever. So if you have any payment arrangement or strategies that you think can be able to, please join the program, pay maybe on Monday, pay that sort of thing. I will obviously require you to chat me on WhatsApp so that we can establish that arrangement, so that it doesn't crowd the key conversations that we will need to have online. Are we clear? So if you can do that.
Can we get the videos after the program?
Yeah, the videos of every of our training sessions are made available immediately after the training. So what we do is that we have a mobile application hosted on the Android and iOS. And what it does is that it gives you access to the training video exactly immediately after the training. And the reason for that is that most times there's always a need to do a follow-up to be able to use some of the videos to recap what has been done. And because it's a software, yes, once you are using the software subsequently to rehearse what you have learned, you may be having some few challenges. So you need to quickly go back and be able to appreciate what you did during the live session. So basically, we will give you the video after the class, but it's shared on our online platform so that you can download and play remotely. Exactly. And we have the ability for you to use that, the video without internet. We have that option within our mobile application. So it's a very good platform that we use for our tuition program, and we are using same for the training program also. Yeah. So Mike, any other before?
What is the duration of the training?
We have 4 sessions. The training is expected to have at least 4 sessions. So tomorrow is the first session, and it's going to follow up the same. There are sometimes arrangements that could be done on the weekday. Normally, we call it a follow-up session, so that if there may be any need to have some clarifications after the weekend session, those are add-ons that we normally offer after the main sessions on the weekend and weekly. So take note of that. Exactly. It is going to be 4 meetings from tomorrow. Exactly. Count tomorrow as the first, and then the subsequent one to the end. So it's going to be 4 meetings. Okay. Mike, any other questions?
This goes to Doc. What are the chances of someone who has worked with Swift system with an audit firm?
Come and give me the question. Doc, I hope Doc is listening.
There is what are the chances of someone who has worked with Swift system with an audit firm?
Okay.
Swift is in capital letters, so I don't know whether it's an abbreviation.
Okay. So Swift, maybe. Yes, Doc.
Yeah. So if the person can, I'm not sure what the Swift is for. I don't know whether it's an application or I don't know. But the person is saying has worked with Swift in an audit firm. Is that what the person is saying?
Yes.
Okay, so then my assumption will be that the Swift is an application, is an audit application. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then they are completely different applications. Like I said, the various audit applications or software, they have similar kind of workings. Okay, so if you've done Swift, which probably is an audit software, your appreciation of PICAS will be quite, will be quite significant. Okay. Now the reason is that if you have used Swift, then you can actually even tell the difference between Swift and PICAS. Okay, as we are doing the documentations and then doing the going through the process, you would see that there are little differences here and there. And then please remember, in Ghana right now, PICAS is widely used right now as I speak with you. Yeah. Okay, all the firms now are. I think I should be able to put it around maybe between 80 to 90% of the firms, the local firms, are using that software, which is the PICAS. Okay, I know that there is some discussion going on to switch to something else, but as we speak right now, it is PICAS, and you wouldn't want to let this opportunity, pass by you. So I would encourage everyone to get it.
Okay, right. Thank you, Doc. So Mike, any other questions before?
If for any reason I'm not able to register and join during the training period, can I still pay later, even after the training, and get access to the complete tuition videos?
Yes. So yes, we have that opportunity. Students sometimes register, sometimes maybe after the program. Sometimes the key thing is that maybe somebody may not be able to join tomorrow and wants to register on Monday, Tuesday. we have that opportunity. The good thing is that the first session will be recorded. So all you need to do is that if you are even registering, maybe subsequently, you can go into the register, go into the app, pick up the video of the previous session, quickly watch them, get yourself acquainted with what has been done so far, so that when you join the subsequent sessions, you are not far behind. So that is the advantage of the online and the video support. It gives you access to videos that can quickly put you on the same page as those who have originally joined live, so that by the time you are joining subsequently, you are almost on the same page. If there will be anything at all, you just need to iron up with few questions to be able to be on the same page. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah. Mike, any other?
How often will this program be run?
So good question. We normally do the training program 3 times a year. The first normally is in April, which is already gone. We did that already. The second is in July. And the last training for the year will be in November. Are we together? So normally we run it 3 times a year. So basically that is it. And what we did, or we are doing for our students who registered for financial modeling, is that those who did financial modeling in April, is that they are also going to have access to the video of the current program as a way of revision. Are we together? So once you have access in the app, you have already registered for the program, the current videos will still be put into the app so that you can even have access to them as a way of getting to know maybe if there's any update to the next session, because the program is supposed to run all through the year. So if you have joined April, are we together? If you've already joined in April and you are now going to do July, the videos for July will still be made available to those who joined in April in the app. So they can still go back, watch it. If there are any additions or clarifications that were actually put across in the subsequent session, they could still pick it up. So that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. Right. So Mike, if there's no other questions, let me do a good overview and then we can pick up some final questions and then we can shut down, because some may have joined intermittently throughout the session. So Mike, if you can share your screen of the 3 programs and then we can do a recap and then we can take the final questions and then shut down. Mike, are you there?
Yes, one second.
Right.
Hello, Ellie.
Yes.
Yeah, Ellie, please. I would like to find out the videos that would be made available in the mobile app after the session. How long are they going to stay? Because my prevention
December.
You'll be having access to it till December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the videos will be with you till the end of the year. So you can use it, watch it severally as often as you want till the end of the year. Okay.
All
right. Thank you, Anita. So
hello, good evening, Mr. Ali.
Good evening. Hey, this one is ambushed. You have ambushed me. No problem. Go ahead.
Please, I wanted to know the WhatsApp platform for individual courses. Are you adding us to one platform or individual courses platform?
We are adding separate platforms.
Please, and are you yet to do? Because I paid like 1 week now, but I have not been added to any platform. Okay, and how do you get our receipt of payment on the payment we made so that we can be able to?
That's fine. So when we are done, just chat me quickly. For those of you who paid through the app, you would have gotten an electronic receipt. Okay. For those who paid through the Momo, why not? We can give you a receipt after you have joined the session. So if you can quickly chat me on WhatsApp with your
I did the chatting and you said your secretary would do that, but after over 1 week now, I've not received.
Okay. So just quickly chat me back now after the session. As I said, we are going to make sure that from now to 10 p.m. we are able to make sure that everybody who have registered onto the program are added before tomorrow starts. So just chat me after the class so that I'll sort it out.
Okay, and per the timetable I've seen Saturday, Sunday. How I thought it's only Sunday, but I realized that you are saying Saturday.
I'm confused. It depends on the program you register for. So if you've done for the financial modeling, that one starts from 7:30 to 11:30. Okay. If you are registering for the trainee audit associate course, that one runs from 12:30 to 4. Then if you are doing the practical accounting proficiency, that one runs on Sundays only from 1:30 to 4:30. Are we together? So basically, at the time the 3 programs. Okay. And
Okay,
then
thank
let me
you.
do a quick, thank you for your question. So let me do a quick overview of the 3 programs, and then maybe we can take some few questions and then we call it a day. So it's clear that we have 3 programs: financial modeling, which is training you to use advanced Excel skills, exactly, for financial analysis modeling, and then also being able to automate Excel, Excel platforms, and then being able to generate reports. So those of you who are having to work in an audit firm or working as an accountant, exactly, the default, that is the benchmark for every good accountant, is to have a good Excel skill. So that is basic. And as we've said, it's going to start tomorrow, Saturday. Then we have the trainee audit associate course, which I don't think I have to waste time on that because we've done a lot of discussion on that in this evening. And the good thing, we had Doc coming in to even make or be giving us the icing on the cake by helping us to actually know how serious this particular training is about. And as I said, we are doing it in partnership with DNI, a Class A audit firm, very reputable, not just in Ghana, even across Africa. They have branches across Africa, are we clear? So it's a big firm with Dr. leading the firm, exactly. We also have Francis, who was also part of the discussion, an audit manager at DNI, who are going to help us to carry out that particular training. And I can tell you, it's going to be an exciting meeting. Then the final one is the practical accounting proficiency course, where we are going to use a software, exactly, to train accountants who wants to learn how to go through the rudiment of setting up an account in the system, exactly, being able to generate an accounting, transaction, being able to process transaction, prepare financial statement, exactly, for an entity. And the emphasis is that we are not training, exactly, using a specific package. Are we together? Because we always had a challenge in the past where students will say, me, I want Tally, I want Sage. No, we are not going with a specific package. We have a software hosted on our website. I actually shared that already with sigmonacademy.com. We shared that already. And that software is an ERP solution or package. And that software will help you to go through the whole process of using an accounting package as an accountant, learning how to use an accounting package as an accountant. And once you are done with that training, you can be able to easily use any of the world-class accounting package, be it Tally, be it Sage, Oracle, whatever the solution is. You can have a good fit in there because you would have appreciated what goes into the process of putting that together. And then we had an interaction with our facilitator, that's Emmanuel, and Emmanuel will be working with me together to be able to deliver that course. And as we said, the understanding is that we want to help you to apply the IFRS, exactly, looking at the practicality of the International Financial Reporting Standards that you are learning or have already learned, and how to be able to convert that to prepare a financial statement for management to appreciate and understand and make an informed decision. So basically, these are the 3 programs that we have commissioned for this particular diet starting tomorrow. And if you are interested, as I said, the choice is yours. Register via our mobile app and you should be connected by tomorrow. For those who were able to take advantage of our payment plan strategy to help you register, why not? As we said, we'll be making sure that you are added to the various WhatsApp pages before we kick off tomorrow. Are we clear? So now that we are done with the overview, we can briefly take some few questions so that we can close exactly 7:45. So 15 minutes for final questions, and then we can call it a day and prepare towards tomorrow. So we have a hand up. David Apiaje, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself. Hello, David. If you can unmute yourself, you can take it up. We also have audience on YouTube who are watching us live on our
Hello,
YouTube.
good evening.
Good evening, David.
Yeah, I have one question.
Okay.
I am already in the app per the financial modeling course, the April diet. Yeah, so I'm interested in the accounting practical proficiency. So I want to know how I'll be able to get the course added to what I already have in the app.
Okay, so once you go to the app specifically where you are now, executive training, is that clear? When you go in there, where you see the financial modeling, have you seen that?
Yes.
There's an arrow at the down, a plus sign, an add button at the bottom. Click on it, and it will give you the option to select another program. Once you select it, then you can click on the payment option to pay.
Now, when I went there, it gave me options of first level, second level, as if I'm
just select the level. Just select
level 3. Just select level 3.
Level 3 and then go through.
Okay, thank you.
We are working to take off the level. So the app is working as if you are registering for an ICA program. So it's still asking you for level. So just choose level 3, move on, and to give you the program to select, and then you can go and make the payment. Okay.
Now, Ellie, I've just made the payment to you.
Yeah, so I think in your case, there's a special arrangement for you. So with you select, when it gets to payment, select paid already. So that later we can activate the app for you. Is that fine?
Okay.
Right. So with you, you have already paid with Momo. So just select paid already so that we can give you in the app. Okay. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope Forestry Commission is doing well.
We are doing well, sir.
Well, thank you, David. So we can move on now. Mike, is there any question in the chat or on YouTube? Let's pick them up and then we can.
How detailed is the audit training to someone who has no practical experience so as to have a better chance in getting a job?
Let Doctor deal with that. Is Doc still online? Doc, are you there? Or if Francis can deal with that, either Doc or Francis. So
okay.
Mike, you can read the question again.
It says, how detailed is the audit training to someone who has no practical experience so as to have a better chance in getting a job?
Okay. So Francis, you can speak for Doc, yeah.
Okay, so in terms of that, to be very detailed, for someone who has never had any audit training, a lot of the things you just need to understand accounting, basically. And most of the audit terms will be defined and they are quite simple to understand. So that shouldn't be so difficult, especially with someone who has understanding of accounting, especially the IFRS standards. What they have to know is that the audit is meant to view or check how the IFRS have been applied. Yes, so once they do understand some of the standards, nonetheless, we'll try and see if we can explain some. But once they have understanding of how the standards is, they'll be able to grasp it very easily. So unlike accounting where you use the IFRS, with the audit, we use the ISIS.
Okay. I think
in addition to that, in addition, please, do I have the floor?
Yes, please.
So in addition to what Francis has just shared, we are going to start from the introduction of financial statements audit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go that low.
Okay.
And then get you to understand all the processes that are involved when we are auditing.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, we are going to assume that we are all, novice when it comes to audit, and then grow us into becoming good auditors. So that is how detailed it's going to be. We are not going to scratch the surface, So basically, that is it. So key considerations for the audit planning process will be looked at, and so by the time we are done, after going through all of that, going through the documentations, both the permanent and the current file, we're looking at the risks involved in auditing, the risk-based audit, and sampling, materiality, all of that, you know, by the time we are done, I want to assure you that you would have value for money. Yes, so that is exactly what I wanted to add to Francis's point.
Okay, right. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc, for that intervention. Mike, any other questions? We are almost.
We have to buy books.
No, this one you don't buy books. You people and your character. These students and their character. Doc, do they have to buy a book? Let me just let.
No. There will not be any book bought. If there is any book at all, you know, we have the ISIS, okay, the international standards.
Yeah.
So those
and
ones
they are
are
downloadable online.
They are also even downloadable. But if you want hard copies on your desk, so that you know you are not always having to go to your what do you call it, your computers. You know, this will give you access to physically have So otherwise, everything will be online. You'll be able to have access to the soft of our presentations. And like Sigmund mentioned earlier, all these trainings will be online for you to have access to. And so practically you don't have to buy any book.
Yeah, thank you so much. Right. So, Mike, any other questions? You said?
That's all for now.
That's all for now. Okay, I think we can also have Emmanuel. So, Emmanuel, I hope you are there. Is Emmanuel there?
I'm not sure if.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, Emmanuel is there. So, Emmanuel is our facilitator for the software training, as we have emphasized the proficiency program, and I think he has already spoken, but I just want to make sure that Emmanuel is remembered. It looks like as if we have forgotten you on the call. So Emmanuel is our facilitator for the proficiency training program. We'll be doing that together in order to ensure that colleagues have a hands-on appreciation on how to use the accounting packages. So Emmanuel, thank you for being part of the program. And if there are no questions or anybody wanting to come live to ask a question, I may just have to thank our participants and then we can go. I think we have Ezekiel. So Ezekiel, if you are there, you can be our last questioner and then we can move on. Ezekiel, if you can unmute yourself. Right. Ezekiel, if you can unmute yourself so that you can ask your question. Right. So whilst Ezekiel.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ezekiel.
Please, sir, I've realized that the arrangement that is being made more for the financial model. I joined for the April diet.
Okay.
And I overheard that we will have access to the videos for the current, those who are joining currently, so that we can revise on there.
He was only explaining the video aspect of it, but we all know that we had agreed earlier that you can join the 3 sessions in the year.
Yeah.
So yes.
So what we do is that in order to make it, Mike, I think we can be fast with that. In order to make it orderly, what we'll do is that for those who may want to join live the training, we can quickly get them to let us know so that we can have a way of sharing the link to them. I hope they are getting the point so that they can be able to join us. So we'll do that arrangement. So tomorrow as a first session, we may drop the link on the page so that those who may be interested, who had already joined us in the previous session and wants to still join for a recap, why not? But we want it to be a bit documented so that we don't have people just sharing the link to people who have not made payment and all of that. So Ezekiel will do that. We'll make it a bit formal so that those who have joined already, that's the last one we did, and want to still join this one, we want it to be very formal and deal with that. So don't worry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right. So I think we have spent a lot of time in this particular discussion. I'm really excited for our opening night, where a lot has been said pertaining to our training programs for accountants, basically for those in practice and those in business. And I want to assure you that, yes, the aim is just to make sure that we are improving our capacity. Training is what makes you different from others. Value addition is important. And as an accountant, we are in a very competitive environment. Things are changing. And as we just speak, there's a launch of what we call the sustainability reporting standards. A lot is happening around us. And soft skills are very basic. If you're an accountant and you don't have this relevant training, you're actually injuring yourself without knowing. So basically, I'll encourage everybody, for our students who are now not writing an exam because we are on a break, this is an opportunity for you to fill up the capacity gap whilst we wait for the next tuition program, which will likely be in August. Are we clear? So this is like a holiday for us. Let's use the time wisely to update our technical skills so that when we are back in the next session, that is in August, we can actually be adequately prepared for the world of work. For our alumni, those of you who have already qualified and are part of our platforms, yes, these skills are important because it can actually exactly give you a distinction or distinguish you from others whenever you are looking for a job somewhere, or even if you want to even go to a personal practice in future, like Doc said, it comes handy. And I must say that the opportunity is now and it is time to take it. So take note of that. We have also announced our discount package for our students as well as alumni. We've also spoken about our payment plan. Why not? You can take advantage of that. And from now to 10 p.m., we'll try as much as possible to ensure that all those who have made payment, exactly, are registered, are properly added to the WhatsApp platforms so that we can actually start tomorrow peacefully. So if there's no other question or contribution, I want to thank my team of panelists, Dr. Soko, very good friend of mine, Emmanuel, having come in to help with the discussion, Michael, and all other persons who have asked questions to contribute to make it a very, very educative program. I must say that this video is recorded live, so it's on our YouTube channel. You can pick it up after the session and play back if there are any aspects you want to maybe go back and hear, or if there's somebody who has not been able to join us live and you think the person need to hear what we are doing or what we have done tonight, you can pick the video on our YouTube channel and share with the person accordingly. So that is it. We have come to the end of the session, and I want to say thank you all for making this a success. And we wish you all the best. See you tomorrow in our forum. Thank you.